get set. Where them hands, where them holes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying? Cecil.
This is something that I came across because I'm on Grandmaster Art Mason's email list. And I couldn't have said it any better myself, so I'm not going to. This is the myth of the Kyusho Jitsu light touch. Let me zoom in on this. The myth of the Kyusho Jitsu light touch has spread for as long as I can remember. It's fodder for the fire of Kyusho Jitsu not being usable on the street. However, this is all misinformation and misunderstanding. Therefore, I think it's time to address the topic straight out. Kyusho Jitsu light touch rumor mill. I imagine this all began at a George Dillman seminar while he was doing one of the things he does best: stress the importance of safety. Most people who study the martial arts need to go to work the next day, and they certainly do not need an emergency room visit. I couldn't have said that any better myself. As he often taught, if you learn the science of pressure point self-defense correctly, you can set up the uke and be able to perform a Kyusho Jitsu light touch knockout. However, in no time did he ever once say that this was what you did on the street. And I know that's true because I've been to quite a few George Dillman seminars. I even went to one at camp, and he never said that. No one with him has ever said that. None of his direct students, none of us who have been influenced by him, and none of us who have been influenced or taught by his direct students or grand students. I'd probably either be a grand student or great grand student of George Dillman, I guess you would say. Like he's the parent. So my pressure point teachers were taught by him, or their teachers were taught by his teachers. When you train hard and learn Kyusho properly, you can replicate a great result with little to no force, which is true. You could do that with any technique. The more efficient you become at a movement, the less force you need for it to work, whether it's Kyusho or not. Any area of human activity, the more you do it, the more efficient you become at it. Kyusho Jitsu light touch knockouts the street. In real life, on the street, you will hit for all it's worth. Within reason, however, is you are bound by laws, and also missing the correct target cannot be an option. But I'm sure this is all self-evident, right? Apparently, it's not self-evident to the YouTube trolls out there, to all the doubters who think that all of life's self-defense problems can be solved with heavy bags and steroid use and kickboxing lessons and jiu-jitsu lessons. Why then the focus of light touch? I personally do not focus on it. I focus on uke care. This is what Grandmaster Art Mason said in this article. Below is a stomach 5 knockout. Watch this and then keep reading. And he talks about what happens if he hits stomach 5 full power. Yeah, you break the jawbone and you'd impact the cardiovascular system. I'm not going to go into all that because there's pretty much no need to really do that. I'm going to click away here now so I can get to one of my points. I know how you feel. You start in a martial arts class, or you've been in it for a while and you wonder, well, why can't I just go all out on somebody? I think a lot of people that think this type of way are people who've probably never really been in a real fight. So you're wondering if this stuff is really going to work because you're not allowed to really apply full force on people. I'm going to go back to my gun analogy. Do we practice shooting guns by shooting at people? No, we don't. Do we practice knife fighting by cutting each other with real knives? I've never done that. I've never heard of anyone doing it. In fact, no, not the first person. The second person to give me knife training advice told me to practice using parts of toenail clippers or fingernail filers, because you have a blade and you can go at each other and you can have some minimal nicks on each other. So you get nicked and you see where you would be hit, but you don't actually go at each other with a full live blade. People don't practice sword fighting on each other with real swords. Fencing has all of the armor and protection that you could possibly need with not a real weapon, and so does kendo. And I could go on and on. But yet, some of you think that you're supposed to punch people in the face full force during a regular practice, not even during a competition. And even when you do use full force in competition, there's still limits, there's still rules. They still tell you not to hit a lot of vital points. That's not realistic. That's not. That's as close to real as you can get without immediately sending someone to the hospital. So why is it that you can see it in all those other contexts, but in the context of a martial arts class and learning protecting yourselves, a lot of you don't? I think it's because you have a Eurocentric worldview, and because what you think of as martial arts don't come from Europe or the West, even though there are paradigms of fighting systems that do. You're going to question it, you're going to doubt it, when all the instructor is trying to do is think about your safety. So what you can do, if you really just gotta, you can engage in a combat sport that allows high levels of contact. You could train to become a professional fighter and learn how to do it that way. Or if you really want to just fight people, why don't you join the military? So thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and please share this with people who like to talk about the martial arts. And peace.